when Lord Chaitanya and Swarup Damodar Goswami departed from this world, Raghuanath Das Goswami decided to go to Vrindavan, to jump from the Govardhan hill, because he had no reason to live anymore. But when he came, he met with Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, and they convinced him, live with us. Vrindavan Das Thakur had written Sri Chaitanya Bhagavatam, but so many beautiful pastimes of the Antya Lila, after Lord Chaitanya went to Puri, were not explained in detail by Vrindavan Das Thakur. But you have memorized the notebook, the diary of Swarup Damodar Goswami. So stay with us and every day tell us the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. And he did. And when he would see his Kunjamala, he would meditate upon how Lord Chaitanya, in giving me this Kunjamala, he has given me the shelter of Srimati Radharani. And in giving me his Govardhan Shila, he has given me residence, eternal residence at Govardhan Hill. With the blessings of Rupa and Sanatan, he lived at Sri Radha Kund in an area called Aritagram. Every day for about 3 hours, he would describe the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya as he heard them from Swarup Damodar Goswami. In his heart, he had every word of the diary of Swarup Damodar Goswami. And he would speak his own experiences and realizations as well. And one person who would come each day to hear him was Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita tells his own story. He was living in a village in Bengal. He was a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. And he and his brother were having a kirtan festival. And one of the associates of Lord Nityananda, Miniketan Ramdas, came. Miniketan Ramdas was one of the most beloved associates of Nityananda. And like Lord Nityananda, he wasn't easily understandable. As people were chanting and dancing, Miniketan Ramdas would go into ecstasy and play a flute, and he'd sometimes lovingly slap people, or they'd bow down, he'd get on their back and slap them. And so it was kind of unconventional. And one person who was Pujari, he criticized Miniketan Ramdas. And Miniketan Ramdas, he understood he's not criticizing me, he's criticizing Lord Nityananda, so he left. So after that was done, there was an argument between Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and his brother, because his brother had no faith in Nityananda Prabhu, although he had strong faith in Lord Chaitanya. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes that he told his brother that you can't love one without the other. It's like loving half of a hen. The back half gives eggs. The front half eats. So if I cut the hen in half, then I won't have to feed it. I'll just get the eggs. How can you love Lord Chaitanya without loving the person who is most loved by Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu? They are one and the same absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead in different features. Nityananda Prabhu is the original Guru, and Lord Chaitanya is the original object of love. So that night, Nityananda Prabhu was so pleased with him that he appeared in a dream. And there he took the form of a beautiful cowherd boy and said, "Go to Vrindavan, and there you will attain all things." And waved his hand in the direction of Vrindavan. Kaviraj Goswami took that as his life and soul. As soon as he woke up, before the morning even came, he left for Vrindavan. And there he made his residence at Radha Kund. And he was a disciple of Raghuanath Das Goswami, every day hearing the beautiful narrations of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And all the devotees of Vrindavan, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they approached Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami with an instruction. You should write what you have heard from Raghuanath Das Goswami. Vrindavan Das Thakur has begun his Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat with an outline summary. But because his book was becoming so large, there were many parts he didn't go into much detail, or any detail at all, especially Lord Chaitanya's later pastimes. But seeing Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, his devotion, his incredible scholarship, and how he had been so blessed, they requested him, they instructed him to write the history of Lord Chaitanya and his teachings. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, along with all the devotees, they went to Madan Mohan temple. And there he begged Madan Mohan, the deity of Sanatan Goswami, our Sambandha Murti, for permission. And just as he was praying, a garland fell from Madan Mohan, and the pujari picked it up and placed it around the neck of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And all these great saintly devotees, they all exclaimed in great happiness and celebrated that, yes, this is Madan Mohan's confirmation that you should write this book. So with the blessings of all the devotees, the blessings of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he has given us Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. He began when he was in his 90s. In one verse, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains that I'm very old. I don't know how long I'm going to live. My hands are trembling due to old age. I'm almost blind. I'm almost deaf. I'm losing my memory. It's only by the mercy of Madan Mohan and Nityananda Prabhu that I'm able to write. In fact, he said it is Madan Mohan who has dictated and is writing through him. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, in his humility, he writes, I am most fallen. I'm lower than Jagai and Madhai, lower even than a worm that's crawling in stool. And Prabhupada explains he's really feeling like this. He says, if anyone hears my name, they lose their piety. If anyone speaks my name, they become sinful. But still, Lord Nityananda Prabhu has given me his mercy and has delivered me. Anyone who takes shelter of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, whatever their condition of life, will be delivered. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, in his Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, has provided the world what is considered to be the postgraduate revelation of all Vedic literatures. In fact, Shila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakore said in one lecture, it was recorded by the notes of his disciples, if all books in the entire world were lost, and all that was remaining was Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, then still all humanity could attain the ultimate perfection of life. And even if Srimad Bhagavatam was lost, and all that remained is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, there would really be no loss to the world. Everything is there in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. How exalted is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, for the first time in human history, has given the world, in languages all over the world, access to both Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And through his divine grace, and through his great journey 50 years ago on Jaladuta from Calcutta to New York, and then traveling around the world 12 or 13 times, he has given this message that Raghuanath Bhatta Goswami, Raghuanath Das Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami have given to the world. Prema bhakti, the simple principle of Lord Chaitanya, that the ultimate goal of life is unmotivated, uninterrupted, loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. And in this age of Kali, the simplest, most direct and powerful way of receiving that love is through the chanting of the holy names. And that is the simple message, that is the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, the essence of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita.
You were listening to Raghuanath Swami on thesacredconnect.com.